Hi, it's my Lisa. Today I wanted to give you a review on the Bose Sleepbuds II. And as you can see from the title, it is from a student's perspective. So first of all, what are the Bose Sleepbuds II? They are basically buds that you can use while sleeping, and they will help you just cancelling out the whole world around you. Whatever noise you have in your room while sleeping or whatever noise comes from the outside, it will be gone. And you can choose the environment you want to sleep in. So sounds pretty amazing, right? Why did I buy them? First of all, I bought them obviously to be able to sleep better. Also because I think that a better night's sleep leads to being better at staying focused during the day, especially while I'm studying. I mean, as a student, you have a lot of coursework to do. You obviously need to sleep well in order to be more productive. So this was the main reason. But other than that, I thought, hey, I already own them. Why can I use them while studying? Just cutting out the whole world, being able to focus on my work, sounds great. I obviously had some initial concerns. And first of all, it was the price, because the sleep buds, they are pricey. And they don't give you a lot of versatility. Like, you can use them to play some very basic sounds. It's not that you can use them to listen to your own music, unfortunately. And other than that, I was also very afraid that if I start using these, and I use them on a daily basis, that I would get addicted to them. I was not sure, should I take these, should I not? But then I thought, hey, let's give it a try, because you can actually try these out for 90 days and you can still just send them back to Bose and they will refund you the whole amount of money. So this is the little case. It's in a very nice grey silvery color. On the back it has sort of a rubber, and it charges with USB-C, which is pretty amazing, since almost all of my devices use USB-C, except obviously for the iPhone. Nevertheless, it's nice little feature. So you can open them up like this, just sliding the top upwards. And in here you have the two sleep buds. They're actually in here with a magnet, so you won't lose them. The lights down here show you the battery percentage of the case, and you can actually very simply remove the sleep buds from the case. So as you can see, they're pretty small, and they are only available in this one color. These come with 3 different rubber cases, and you have to choose the one that fits your ear shape best. So I thought that I would actually go with the biggest one. Turned out that I need the smallest one. Let's start off with some pros. So first of all, obviously, as soon as you use them, you're just cutting out the whole world around you. Whatever sound is in your room or whatever sounds comes from the outside, you won't listen to it. You can just choose your own environment in which you want to sleep. Maybe you want to sleep right next to a lake, next to a river, with some fire. Just choose whatever you want. Unfortunately, they're not using an active noise cancellation. I don't know why, probably because the product itself is so small, but they are using some sort of white noise. So it's basically a sound that plays in the background of the sound that the Bose Sleepbuds actually play. Maybe you hear this crackling of the fire, but in the background there's always this shh, this other sound that just makes you not hear all the sounds around you. I have to admit, in the beginning, when you use this, you think, oh, the sound quality is pretty bad, just because of this white noise. But then, while using them, you will see that it doesn't really bother you. Something that I discovered while using this was that it helped me a lot with anxiety. Especially in the exam session, I have a lot of anxiety and it's so hard for me to fall asleep because I'm constantly overthinking everything. With these sleep buds, I just put them into my ear and within a few minutes I can fall asleep, each and every time. You may be asking yourself, okay, but these are so small and you're using them for the whole night. What about the battery? Is it holding up for so many hours? And I have to tell you, yes, it is. You can use them at night, and I sometimes sleep over 9 hours and I have no issue at all with the battery. And in case, like if the battery doesn't really last, it tells you, hey look, battery is very low, maybe the alarm won't play. It's just telling you because of this. Otherwise, obviously, I mean, they should let you sleep. That's their whole purpose. As I already mentioned, they can only play the sounds that the Bose Sleep app provides. They have basically 3 different categories of sounds. We have the tranquilities, noise making, and nature escapes. So nature escapes, as the name already says, mimics sort of sounds of the nature, while tranquilities play a actually very repetitive sound. I was the biggest fan of the tranquilities, especially in the beginning, and I can't really say that I have a favorite one because it changes. Every night I am in the mood to listen to something else. Like, let's say there is a sound there that I really like. It might be that tomorrow I don't like it anymore. Like, it's not that I don't like it, but that I prefer a different one. But then 2 days later, I go back to this one. So I can't really say what I like the most. And the last category, the noise making, is really just a white noise. Something that keeps away the sounds coming from the outside. Something else that's pretty cool is that they are obviously very small and stable and they won't fall out at night. I personally am a side sleeper and I turn and toss a lot at night. So I start sleeping by being on one side, then I have to turn around on the other side, and it doesn't bother me at all. Like, they didn't... Yes, I actually have to admit, one of the sleep buds fell out one time, which was a few days ago when they had the Apple event. I was so excited for the new products. I was so hyped that I don't know what happened that night, but I lost one of them and I had to go finding it somewhere in my bed. Generally, these don't fall out, especially if you find the right fit for your ear. In general, also if you travel a lot, the case is not that big, it's small, you can fit it everywhere. So I would say that it's pretty portable. Also, if you're maybe traveling for work, and you want to make the most out of the travel itself, you know, while you are going from one place to the other one, you just want to get some sleep, I think this can be very helpful. Unfortunately, I also have some cons. Starting off with the fact that you can only play the sounds provided by the application. You can't listen to any sleep stories or to any music that you would like to. Just the 3 categories of sounds that Bose provides you with. And you also have to upload them before actually using the sleep buds. They have to be connected, so you have to remove them from the case. And then somehow you have to choose the ones you want. You have to pre-upload them on the sleep buds. And I have to say that there is not so much space on them. Obviously, you can have a big variety of them, especially if you choose to listen to tranquilities. A month ago I was able to upload all of them, but obviously they're constantly adding some sounds, so right now I'm not sure about it. But the other ones, especially the nature escapes, tend to be a little bit bigger in size, so they might need some more space, obviously. The sounds themselves are also a little bit boring and very repetitive, especially the tranquilities. Sometimes this being repetitive even gave me anxiety because I was there and in my head I was just waiting for the specific part of the sound to come. I'm very happy that I was able to just change to nature escapes because you can't really hear that it is repetitive. Also because obviously they are larger in size and so it will take some more time, I suppose, until they are repeated once again. So as I said, I also wanted to use this to study. But the little issue that I have is that, especially with the tranquilities, I use them to fall asleep. So whenever my brain hears this sound, it gets ready to fall asleep. It knows, okay, the day is over, it will just go in standby now. But what if I use them while studying? That's actually not very good because I start studying, I listen to this sound and my brain goes in the wrong direction. Instead of knowing, okay, now I have to focus, it thinks, okay, now I can go to sleep. I can shut down, which is not really the case. So personally, I would recommend maybe at night sleeping with one type of sounds and then during the day, if you're studying, choosing a different one. Also because like you have a lot of different sounds, but in general, they tend to be very similar. But just keep in mind that you should, you know, use one type of sound for one activity and another one for another activity. The biggest issue I had with the sleep buds was that you cannot access the controls from the lock screen. If you want to change the song, adjust the volume, you have to unlock your phone, enter the application, and you can do stuff from there. But obviously, especially if you're trying to sleep, you don't really want to pick up your phone, having this bright light shining into your face. you would actually just like to be able to tap on your phone and then being able to change it from there, just like you would with a normal music application. But unfortunately, this is not the case. So you have to choose the song you want in advance, you have to choose the volume that makes you sleep better in advance, and then you can sleep. If you really have to change it, just know you have to pick up the phone, go into the application and do it from there. Something else. Sometimes if I sleep on one side, especially if I sleep on a little bit harder pillow, then I have pain in my ear. Because obviously the sleep buds themselves, they are made out of plastic. They have this rubbery case around them, but especially like the back where they have to charge, this part here is very hard. And if you sleep on a hard pillow, I don't know how, because these are very flat, it can still hurt. Especially if you're wearing them for 8 hours. So sometimes in the morning I'm just there like, let me take them out, I will never use them again, these are horrible, they hurt so much, and it will maybe stay for a few minutes and then it will go away. I also think that if I would use them on a daily basis, it would make the pain worse. But I'm actually just using them a few times a week. In my case, as I just said, I am not using the sleep buds on a daily basis. But the case is still losing its charge over the days. So you charge your case on one day, let's say you're not using it for 5 days, and then you will end up with the case being almost empty. So you have to recharge it. The thing is that just the case is empty. So if I still want to use the sleep buds, they are full. You don't have to wait and to recharge them again. But the little issue that I have is that whenever the case is empty, you're not able to connect the sleep buds to the application. So let's say I am somewhere where I don't have any possibility to recharge the case, then I won't be able to use the sleep buds. Their battery is full, but in order for them to be able to connect, the case needs to be at least a little bit charged. So I can also show you here, as you can see, my case in this case is empty, no battery. I try to connect it and it does not work. Like, it's constantly just searching for the sleep buds without finding them. Then as soon as I connect the case of the sleep buds with a charger, I mean, you just need a few seconds, you can then see that it can finally connect to the sleep buds. Being very honest, I am torn apart. Because on one side, these are so helpful, I'm so glad that I have them. And I'm not really addicted to them because I don't need them on a daily basis. But if I do, if I feel anxious at night, if I know that the exam session is coming up, I can just use them, which is great. I still don't know if I would recommend these. They are great if you are happy with the features they provide, if you can get along with the fact that you can only listen to the sounds that Bose provides you. Especially, let me tell you, over time you will start liking the sounds. It just takes some time. And especially if you already have maybe some other headphones that you can listen music to. For example, I have the Sony for the day and the other ones for the night. So I think that it's pretty good. But if you're looking to buy only one type of headphones, don't take these ones. Because their main purpose is just helping you fall asleep. To use this while studying, I wouldn't recommend it. As I said, the sound tells my brain, hey, it's time to shut down and to go to sleep. And you can actually really use any other type of headphones. Obviously, why can't you then use that type of headphones that you're using during the day also during the night? The issue is usually that they are bigger and you tend to lose them, or let's say they might be bothering you during the night, because if you have something that's a little bit bigger in your ear, then you can't really sleep on one side or the other one if you're a side sleeper. And in addition, the battery is not that long lasting. They usually last just a few hours, so you won't be able to sleep the whole night with them. This is such a bad review. I don't even know if I would recommend it. Am I happy that I have them? Yes. Am I going to use them? Yes, definitely. I love them. But I will actually not use them for studying. We'll just go and grab some other headphones. Although I'm not really able to recommend these or not recommend these, I still hope that you found this video helpful and that you were able to get some insights that you may not be able to get from Bose website directly. And yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope to see you next time again. Bye bye!